I've been redesigning my island of Willow for quite some time now, and I can officially admit that I've run out of ideas. So in order to get the creative juices flowing, let's flatten the island. Okay, don't worry, I'm not flattening the entire island. I'm just gonna mainly focus on that back part over there because I feel like playing the game today, but I don't feel like decorating, but I still feel like being productive. So let's just take some time to flatten the rest of the island and see if that could help get my creative juices flowing. Why don't we? Although I will be honest, it has been a very long time since I've played on this island, as you can tell by these overgrown flowers and weeds and everything. And here we have my villagers all chilling in the plaza, minding their business. Vivian, do you have anything you'd like to say? It's been a while. Yeah, a month ago. It's been a month since I've played on Willow. I am so sorry to my poor villagers. Pate, my girl, why weren't you talking to me even though you were around? And they're already starting off with the lies. The lies and the fairy tales. Where the hell was I? Why don't you answer the question, Pate? Where was I if you clearly saw me walking around on this island? Point to the exact spot on the map where I was standing. Exactly, shut up. Not even like 10 minutes into the video and we're already starting off with the fake antics from my villagers. Are we surprised by that though? Not really. I have this area over here. I might tear it down. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I like it, but I don't love it. That's my issue. But that's not the focus. Today, I just kind of want to, oh my god, already looking back at this area, oh my god, there's already so much to do over here. Am I really going to be able to flatten all this? Why do I have so many tulips over here? Damn. I think today though, just for the sake of my sanity, I think I really just want to focus on this cliff and the cliff up there. Everything on that first level, you know, like we can take care of that later on. We can remove things when we're gonna go build cliffs and redesign there. Oh my god, there are just flowers galore everywhere. I have not been to this side of my island in such a long time. Look at all these weeds. Oh my god, shit. Okay, there's no point dilly-dallying. We need to get started immediately. I'm gonna need as many shovels as needed in order for this to work out. Please tell me I have shovels. Oh, thank goodness, we have so many shovels available. I'm just gonna bring out all of them, and I'm gonna get rid of everything else in my inventory because we need as much space in my pockets as we can. I'm also gonna need an axe. I only have one axe though. Crap, I'm gonna have to go buy some axes now. And I just put my ladder away. Oh, crap. Wait, whose house is this? Oh my god. Oh, this is Lobo's house. Right? Oh yeah, Lobo. I forgot Lobo moved onto the island. That was literally the last video I made, I think, on Willow. That giant villager hunt. Is that Pietro? Excuse me? Question for you, Vis. What lies beyond the shimmering sea? Nothing. Stay the fuck in this island. If you dare ask me to move out right now, I'm gonna throw you off this cliff. For once, I'm not kicking out a villager on my island, and we need to be grateful for that. Nobody is allowed to leave my island for the foreseeable future, because I do not feel like villager hunting again. I have to be honest. Oh my goodness. Nook twins, be quiet. I don't have enough bells. Thank goodness I have a bell machine right over here. Shout out to Treasure Islands once again, because without them, I probably would have never redeemed my Nook Miles for them. As much as I love the Nook Miles items and the concept of Nook Miles as a whole, without Treasure Islands in general, I would not have any of those items, like none of them, except for like utility poles and street lamps. Back in the day, like back on Eldnew and even on Fallbrook before I started getting into Treasure Islands, the struggle to get like the amount of utility poles that I needed in order to design my islands. I really hope in the next game there's like some easier way to like get more than one item at once. Bulk stuff, like give us discounts. You're able to get like 5 utility poles for the price of 3, or like, you know, not make the Nook Mile items as expensive as they are in general. I think that's an also great idea, Nintendo, if you're listening, because I know y'all are working on the next Animal Crossing game. I see you. I know you are. You can't hide that from me. It's probably not going to come out for another few years. Although, like, let's look at the timeline realistically. Because New Leaf came out, I think by the time this video goes out, I think it's like the 10-year anniversary of New Leaf since it released in North America, which is wild that that game is now 10 years old. And then this game came out in 2020. So that's like a 7-year gap. And then between City Folk and New Leaf, I think City Folk came out 2008, I'm pretty sure. So that's like 5 years. So we're seeing something from like maybe a 5 to, I'm going to say like 5 to 8 years. Because in the new age of gaming, it probably takes a lot more time to make games. I mean, look at Tears of the Kingdom. Look how long it took for that game to come out. Although it was only 5 years when you really think about it. Right, because the first one came out in 2017. So do we think we're going to see another Animal Crossing game in like 2 years from now? I highly doubt it. I think the next game is probably going to come out. Well, obviously it's going to come out when the next console comes out, because at this point it's very clear they're only planning on making one Animal Crossing game per system, which I think that's good enough for me. I do enjoy an Animal Crossing spin-off every now and then, although if I'm being honest, I really don't. I think aside from like Happy Home Designer on the 3DS, I didn't really care for any of the other spin-offs, and I think Happy Home Paradise and just like DLC packs in general, probably a better marketing strategy for Animal Crossing as a whole. So I don't expect like any complete spin-off games for the Switch as of now. So who knows? We're probably going to see an Animal Crossing game. I feel like, though, honestly, we might actually end up getting an Animal Crossing game earlier than expected. Because usually the new, like a new console will come out. And then it's still like a few more years until we actually get like a dedicated Animal Crossing game for it. Like, the Wii came out, I think, in 2006, and then 2 years later, the City Folk game came out. When did the 3DS come out? I think it was 2011, and then 2 years later, we got New Leaf, and then the Switch, I think, was the latest one, because the Switch came out in 2017, and we didn't get New Horizons, although technically it was originally supposed to come out in 2019. Do people know this? I feel like people never talk about the fact that, like, New Horizons was initially delayed, because the game was actually supposed to come out in 2019, but then they delayed it to March 2020 because they still needed time to work on it. And yet here it is, still as an incomplete game, as everybody says. I'm kidding. But like, yeah, it was supposed to be 2 years, but then it ended up coming out 3 years later. I think like exactly 3 years since the Switch dropped. That's when New Horizons came out. I feel like whenever they announce the next console, which I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it's gonna be for a while. I think with especially Tears of the Kingdom coming out on this console instead of the next one, I think we're still gonna see like a couple more years of the Switch before we get the next device. Like maybe after 2025, maybe in 2027, that's when we're going to get the next Animal Crossing game. Although maybe it might actually come out. Maybe it might even be like one of the launch titles for the next console, considering, oh, there's a beehive. Uh-oh, I don't even care. Considering how big Animal Crossing is now because of New Horizons, I wouldn't be surprised if it actually did end up being one of the launch titles for the next console, whatever it may be. But we're just gonna have to wait and see. And until then, we are all just gonna have to imagine Animal Crossing's future and imagine what the next game might actually be like. I've talked about my ideas for the next game before in a previous video, the whole like world adventures and like conquering an entire world instead of just one island and one town, being able to like own multiple towns and islands and even like a shopping district and build them all up from the ground up, blah blah blah. I stand by that. I think it's a really good idea. Like, oh my god, I'm so creative for thinking about that. I'm excited for the next game, as long as it's better than New Horizons, which, let's be honest, that might actually be very easy to do. We're obviously gonna enjoy it. But I do worry for the next game as well, because like, I don't know, it's just the state of like design sims and everything in general. I feel like a lot of them really just prioritize aesthetics over gameplay. That's really kind of the trend that's been happening lately. Although I do enjoy that, as we all know. I do love to build in this game and whatnot. I enjoy gameplay more. I've said this before and I'll say it again. I always prefer gameplay. I feel like if people who started off with New Horizons went back and played the older games, they might be bored of it. I wouldn't. Maybe population growing, but honestly, like, I feel like I could still play City Folk in 2023 and have a really good time, just because, like, y'all know me, I'm messy as hell. I love just fighting my villagers for no reason, And I'm willing to do that, especially because they're sassier in the older games. But like, I worry that like the next game, they're gonna just do more, you know, in terms of like perfecting the aesthetics and perfecting like all the builds, the building tools and everything, especially because I feel like the most vocal part of the community online are the designers, like on Instagram and stuff, complaining about certain things, which like, let's be fair, I complain about them too. I want the ability to like do more than one thing at once, the ability to like place down design items like you're able to in Happy Home Paradise on your main town, the ability to like put furniture diagonally. I don't understand why that's not a thing. But also, you know, I'm on the boat as well where like I want better dialogue. Although I just keep saying although it's getting sidetracked, but it's really funny though, because I feel like ever since City Folk, we've been complaining about dialogue. And I've talked about City Folk's dialogue before. I argue that that's still worse than New Horizons dialogue. Like if y'all think the New Horizons dialogue is bad, play City Folk and then talk to me, because goddamn, I was 8 years old when I played that game, and even I was getting pissed off at the dialogue sometimes and getting bored of it. That's how you know it was horrible. Let's pretend this stump right here is a villager. You talk to them, they're done. And then in order to like start a brand new conversation, because if you would talk to them again, they would just repeat the same thing over and over again. Say like a villager in like an open world game after they give you a quest. They just repeat the last line over and over again. You'd have to like run off screen far away until they're out of frame and load it off, and then run back in to load them in to have another conversation with them. That was so fucking annoying. And I never knew that as a kid because I wasn't on the internet as often for like video game guides and shit. I only learned that stuff like 10 years later, probably. I only learned it after watching Chugga Conroy's New Leaf Let's Play where he talked about it. And that's when I was like, holy shit, I wish I had known that. Thank God it's not like that. Even though the dialogue is still pretty stale, there's some hidden gems in there. In New Horizons especially, like you see people talk about them all the time on like Reddit and stuff, especially during the game's like early days when we were still discovering everything. There was some really funny ass dialogue that the villagers would say every now and then. Even like to this day, I will still chuckle every time they say certain things. Even though it is pretty stale, and it's been stale since City Folk, because I remember even in New Leaf, I feel like the repetitive dialogue was still an issue. I don't know if people still remember that, but like I remember personally getting bored of the dialogue when I would play New Leaf for a really long time, and like it just gets to a point where the villagers end up saying the same thing over and over again. And even in New Leaf, like yeah, they were definitely ruder and sassier in that game than they were in New Horizons, but still not to the extent of like the older games. And like I said, I've seen people online complain about the New Leaf dialogue as well. So like the dialogue issue has always been a problem in Animal Crossing, at least from what I remember. Really the only game where like nobody ever had an issue with the dialogue was population growing. And I guess Wild World as well, although like, I don't know, like I don't really remember personally because I never played Wild World, but like people would say that the Wild World dialogue was good too. So I trust them on that. And that just makes me wonder if the main reason why people complain that the older games are better is because they actually like the older games, or is it just nostalgia? I don't know. We'll never know. I have been talking, and like, it feels like I've done so much, but I haven't. I just chopped down all the trees. Look at all these flowers. I still have to dig up all these flowers. Oh my God. Why did I decide to do this? I don't think I'm going to commit to this. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this. This is going to take me so long, and I don't have time. I have other videos to record. Why did I open this? I needed to get something out. I think a garbage can, right? Do I have a garbage can? Oh, I have plenty. Why did I even question that? Of course I have so many. I'm trash. Okay, we shall put that. Let me put away some more items. I think I'm going to get started on digging up all these flowers and stuff and just throwing them all out. I think I'm going to throw out every single flower that I see because I don't really need any flowers. I can always just get more easily. I'll probably just keep all the hybrids. Also, I have so many flowers like on the rest of my island. Look, even down there. So I think we can throw away a few flowers just to make things easier instead of just planting them all on the beach and then filling up the beach. I always used to just plant all my flowers on the beach as a way to like save them to use later, and then I end up never using them. That's the main reason why I never decorate my beaches, is because they're usually just full of flowers, and by the time I finally end up cleaning off all the flowers, I just get so burnt out from it that I'm just like, you know what? Most beaches in real life aren't decorated. Why do my beaches in Animal Crossing need to be decorated? And here we go. The first shovel has broken in this video. All right, I have made some progress. My pockets are full of flowers. We might as well just throw them out and continue digging. Maybe it was a bad idea to fill up half my pockets with axes of all things, because I really don't actually have a lot of trees back here. I thought I had more than I did, but it's fine. It's always good to be over-prepared than under-prepared anyways. It feels weird taking all this down, by the way. It's been almost a year since I started up this island, and like, I don't feel like nostalgic for anything, but I'm just kind of like, wow, I really did all this decorating back here, and now I'm just tearing it down so easily. I mean, granted, I put like 0 effort into this because this was a no terraforming, no custom design island that I did in 30 days. So I don't actually feel too bad for taking all this down, because I'm gonna be honest, a lot of the island, especially at the backside, kind of ugly. Kind of just like it was just like the first thought that came into my head. I just did it and went with it because I only had a month to design this entire island. But now here we are, taking it all down, and I'm excited for Willow 2.0. It's coming together very nicely and very slowly, might I add, but it's still exciting nonetheless. I don't know what I want to do back here, as I said in the intro, so we're just gonna hope that like at least a year from now, this island has been fully decorated. I probably would reset this island in a year from now anyways, so like, we'll see. I think the most shocking thing so far of 2023 is the fact that I haven't even thought about resetting an island. Like, isn't that surprising? Angry Coconut, the guy who's known for resetting his Animal Crossing island, has not once thought about it. Even back during like the hard mode craze, when everybody was resetting their islands to play the game the hard mode way, I didn't think about it at all. I was like, no, I like my islands. I don't want to reset. I have to be honest, and like, maybe the reset urge might come. I'm saying that like I haven't thought about it. I have thought about it. Like, I have to be honest. I have thought about it. And maybe I will end up resetting Willow this year. We'll see. But it's not going to happen yet, so enjoy the island while you can, basically. There hasn't been an island on my channel after Fallbrook that I like reset and actually completed, because like there were 2 blues and Willow. I didn't finish any of them, which was so random. I still can't believe that. I always used to be like, why do people think I never finish islands? Why do people always say I reset every single island? And then I like go back and watch my videos, and I'm like, oh yeah, I haven't finished an island since Fallbrook, which was like last year, I think. What, in February or something? I don't remember. And even then, Fallbrook took me forever to finish. And now I'm redoing it. Oh god, I forgot about that. But like, I have not decorated on that island either. I don't know. It's just a very, very super duper slow burn. And I think it's mainly just because kind of at a point where I'm not really playing Animal Crossing exclusively anymore, which, you know, there's nothing wrong with if you do, and there's nothing wrong with if you don't. But like for me, I'm kind of at a point once again where I'm playing other games and doing other things, and I don't have all the time in the world for Animal Crossing. God, I do wish I could go back to those days, like 2020. Do I really want to go back to 2020 though? No. Even though quarantining, I'm remembering only the good parts of quarantining, which is me basically playing Animal Crossing for like 5 hours a day, just chilling at home and like listening. Oh my god, there was so much good music back in 2020. Wait, I kind of want to talk about 2020 now. I mean, like, I remember at the time I was like, this year is so fucking boring. But you know, one of my toxic traits that many people share is that when they go back and remember horrible times in their lives, they tend to only remember the good parts and kind of glamorize it, just as like it's a trauma response. Although I don't want to say 2020 was like a traumatic year for me personally. It was still just something I did. Like, the year of 2020 wasn't horrible for me. It was just very like still, like flatlined. Like nothing happened. Nothing exciting, nothing horrible, nothing amazing. It was just a year that happened for me. and it was very inconvenient and horrible for other people. But thankfully, we're past that. I mean, we're still in a pandemic, but like, at least it's not as bad as it was back in 2020. You know, we're able to leave our houses again. But yeah, I just remember like the good old days where I was literally only playing Animal Crossing. Since March 2020 at 12 a.m., the only game I was playing was Animal Crossing. I had other games. Fun fact about me, I never even played Among Us. Like, is that shocking? I feel like that's very shocking for somebody to admit. I have never touched Among Us in my life. I've never played that game, not once, not ever. Everybody was playing Among Us though. Everybody. I feel like people who weren't even gamers were playing that game, except me. I feel like I'm one of the few people who have actually never played the game. It's kind of embarrassing to admit it out loud. I don't know why, but it just feels embarrassing. But yeah, that's my truth and I'm gonna speak on it. I've never played Among Us, even during its hype. People still play the game. I know they do. But I feel like now it's too late for me to like go in as a newbie, because I feel like the only people who still play the game are people who are like experienced, which I'm not. But I always do wonder though, like how I would play and how I would be as a player. Because I am a good liar, but the problem is I've made being a good liar my personality trait, so I feel like it would just be a boy who cries wolf situation for me. Everybody would constantly think I'm just lying. I'd say I'm not the imposter when I'm not, and people would be like, shut up, you are, vote me out. And I'd probably be the first vote out every single time. The boy who cries wolf really was a revolutionary story that we all just took for granted. As a professional liar who's very good at it, damn, I relate to that shit so hard, and it's actually kind of surprising. So many kids' stories though, like, oh my god, they really do speak facts. And they just like resonate with you for the rest of your life. The boy who cries wolf is one of them. Also the tortoise and the hare. The tortoise and the hare, as someone who's not fast, as a slow ass unathletic bitch, I fucking love that story because I relate to the tortoise so hard. Yes, I'm slow, and yes, I am not really good at winning. I have never won in my life, but I'm still better than you. That's what I've learned, thanks to the tortoise and hare. So shout out to that storybook as well. Goldilocks and the Three Bears as well. That story taught you to mind your business. How the hell am I still up here? That's what I want to know. Am I done? Have I like dug up everything? Is this the final bush that I need to dig up? I think so. Oh, thank God. Finally. Oh my god, that took me so long. This isn't even like a big chunk of cliff or anything. And it still took me forever. It took me like almost 40 minutes to do all of that. I mean, like that's not really a lot of time, but it is. 40 minutes is actually a lot of time. I think that's one thing that the pandemic has ruined for us, our concepts of time. Because I remember like before the pandemic, specifically, like let's discuss with YouTube videos. Before the pandemic, I remember like nobody would watch videos that were like over 20 to 30 minutes long. I remember this, like, before. Even, like, yes, even back then, you watch, like, older videos from, like, 2019, 2018. Weird that I'm considering them older videos now. That's another discussion, though. We're not going to get into that right now. Like, they used to be so short. Like, all the YouTubers that I used to watch in, like, 2018, 2019, even, like, the beginning of 2020, their videos would be around, like, the 10-minute mark. And that was considered, like, a good, decent video to watch. But because of the pandemic, I feel like nowadays, it's been so long since I've watched a video properly that was like under 20 minutes. Unless it's like from a YouTuber that I'm already subscribed to. I'm only watching longer videos now. And it's like 30-minute videos. Like I would watch 40-minute videos and be like, yes, this is an average YouTube video that I would watch. 40 minutes is a long time. And I don't realize how long 40 minutes is until I'm like 40 minutes in the real life. Like going on a 40-minute drive to like get to work or something. Then I'm like, wait, 40 minutes is actually such a long time. How the hell do I spend that time just watching YouTube videos? I'm always like, why do I have no time when I'm home? And like taking breaks from doing things and like just chilling. I go and watch like one 40-minute video on YouTube or like an hour video. And then I realize all the time flew by. It's because I'm watching all these long ass videos. Am I going to stop doing that? Obviously not. This video is probably going to be really long too. It's still so weird the many things that have changed in our lives because of the quarantine. Even like the smallest things like that. Like it's made a big impact on our lives, and it's really weird. We really have come out differently because of the pandemic. Like here we are 3 years later, still referring to it, still talking about it like it happened yesterday. Now here I am removing all this cliff that needed to go oh so long ago. It's about time I've made progress on this shit, man. I don't know what I want to do back here, but I feel like maybe I kind of want to keep everything on the first tier, just because I feel like for me with my islands, I always kind of keep the basic structure of like everything's on the first tier towards the front, and then all the 3-tiered builds and all the 3-tiered, you know, cliff things are at the back of the island. But I feel like for this island, I should try doing things differently. Like, let's have shit so flat back here. Just for fun. Like, what if everything was on the first tier towards the back? That would be interesting, I think. We'll see. We'll see. First, I need to get rid of all this cliff, though, before we do anything else. Oh my god, I forgot about all the trees that I have over here. Oh wow, I really just did like last minute shit to like fill up the island, huh? The fact that there's literally just trees here, and like you can see how I gave up because I put like bushes and everything towards the front, and then like you come back here, there's literally nothing here. It's just trees. I used to have fences all lined up over here, but I removed them to like use in other parts. But still, I was like, let's think like a game developer, you know? Like set decorating. They only decorate the parts that you're able to see with the camera. And as you can see, this time around, I went from designing an entire island in 30 days to, I don't even know when I started this video. When did I even start redoing Willow? I think it was like in December, January, and now it's June. It's been 6 months. And I'm still at the almost done phase. Like, I have so much left to do. The last proper build I did on this island that I finished, I think was like back in March. I have not done a single ounce of decorating since March. That's how like bored I am of the game right now in terms of decorating. I'm still playing the game every now and then, as we all know. I've been villager hunting like crazy, but like, I just want to break from decorating. And I think that's why I'm realizing how boring New Horizons actually is, because it's like, aside from decorating, there really isn't much else to do in this game. Wow, that's so sad. I may be a New Horizons hater, but I will still defend the game with my life. But it's hard to do that right now because I'm no longer an aesthetic girly, and I crave good dialogue in my video games. If I can't talk shit about my favorite gaming franchise, how am I supposed to love it? I can love it and still recognize its flaws and ways it needs to improve itself. But that doesn't mean I hate Animal Crossing in any way. I still love Animal Crossing. I have 2 Animal Crossing tattoos to prove that. How the hell am I still doing this? Like, it feels like I'm almost done, you know, taking down this 3rd cliff, but there's still oh so much left. Oh my goodness, how is all of this still left? Oh, I'm gonna regret doing this. I don't think I'm gonna continue after this. I feel like after this cliff is done, I'm just gonna move on because I can't be bothered. Wow. I've been playing this game for 3 years. Just so we're clear, I have thousands of hours across both my Switches. Like, I'm so used to having 1,000 hours on my other Switch that I'm like, 200 hours? That's nothing. No, the fuck it's not. 200 hours is a lot of hours. Quarantine is the reason why. Well, quarantine and being a YouTuber is the reason why I have 1,000 hours on my Switch, by the way. Because during quarantine, I was playing the game for like 5 hours a day. And then because I'm a YouTuber, I'm doing like 100 ticket villager hunts for videos and like, you know, spending so much time building for videos. If I wasn't a YouTuber, honestly, if I wasn't a YouTuber, I probably wouldn't even be playing the game right now. Like, I would still be playing the game, just not as much. Like, I wouldn't be doing this. I would have reset this island so long ago if I wasn't a YouTuber. Heck, I probably would have reset Fallbrook. I probably would have been on like my 20th island by now. That's for sure. So, shout out to YouTube for changing my ways and actually making me embrace and keep an island for a long time, and getting emotionally attached to my villagers to the point where I could never let them go. Let me at least get rid of this cliff just so that I could at least say I did something today, something progressive, something productive. I did not mean to say progressive, sorry, I don't know. I've recorded like 3 videos today, so like, how the hell am I still taking off this cliff? Why does it take so long? You know, I do enjoy aspects of the game, like how homemade your island feels because you have to do everything manually. Like you definitely feel like a bigger sense of accomplishment because the game makes it hard to design your island quickly on purpose so that you have that sense of gratitude. But oh my fucking god, it's 2023. Can we please prioritize convenience over other things? We have jobs, we have work, we have other things going on in our lives. As much as I do appreciate that building style, I prefer, you know, doing things on a grid and like in third person mode. What is it called? Bird's eye view mode? I think that's what it is. Like top down building, like how you're able to in The Sims. How did I forget the name of that? Like, please in the next game, please bring that. Please bring that to the main island. At least let us do it acre by acre if we're not able to do the entire island. Actually, don't let us decorate our entire island at once because, yeah, people are going to get even more bored of the game right away if you do that. People are going to stop playing immediately, especially if they only care for designing. Like, no one's going to be playing the game after they're done decorating. And if you want them to keep playing, just, you know, make a better game. Oh my goodness, we are almost done. I only have this tiny sliver left. Please. I just want this shit to be over because I just want to go back to like not doing this, basically. I'm not gonna be doing this for a while. Oh my goodness. I like the fact that it's only one cliff and it's taking out so much energy from me. That didn't even make sense. That's how fucking tired I am of this. And like I didn't even do anything. I'm just sitting here pressing buttons and I'm like so bored and tired of it. That's just the state of I'm turning every day. Maturing is just becoming an Animal Crossing New Horizons hater. I don't hate New Horizons. We all know this. I still think it's one of the better Animal Crossing games. I don't know. Every Animal Crossing game to me is S tier, even the ones that I haven't played. So like, it's hard for me to like sit here and actually shit on an Animal Crossing game and be like, it sucks, it's horrible. I think it's more so just like, it's still S tier to me. It's just on the lower end, you know? It's very like Crash by Charlie XCX. If you know, you know. You know, like, it's still a great album. It just doesn't feel like an Animal Crossing game. It just doesn't feel like a Charlie XCX album. Although it did. Crash by Charlie XCX did feel like a Charlie XCX album. Sucker by Charlie XCX does not feel like one though. Because Crash by Charlie XCX, the Janet album, it's inspired by Janet Jackson, who many hyperpop artists would argue is their inspiration for hyperpop and kind of all that shit. If you know, you know. I feel like Crash by Charlie XCX and Animal Crossing New Horizons are on the same boat. Still great games, still an amazing album. I like Crash by Charlie XCX more than New Horizons. I don't know, it just doesn't feel truly like Animal Crossing. That's just what it is. That's what I'm learning the more I play this game, especially 3 years later. I said I wasn't gonna do anything on the second tier. I don't know why I just started getting rid of all this fence and everything. No, we're leaving it at that. This is all I've done. This is all I've done today, and I think that's good enough because I don't want to do any more productivity related things on this island. This is a video game. I don't play a video game to be productive. I play a video game to relax and have fun. So I think we're gonna do that from here on forth. I just need to quickly take a thumbnail photo. Why are there so many clouds? I'm waiting for all the clouds to disappear. Quickly take a photo. Bam, bam, bam. I took 3 of the exact same photo. That's good enough. Yeah, you know what? Why don't we try and just play New Horizons without decorating, without doing any form of decorating for the next bit, and see if I could still have fun while playing New Horizons. I am going to play New Horizons. It is currently the final day of May. So because of that, there's the, what's it called, like the stamp rally thing happening at the museum. Why don't we try and just play that? Let's see if we can have fun while doing that. First, let me, organize my pockets again and clear all this shit out because honestly, this is making me cringe. You, explain to me what the stamp rally is. Welcome to the Willow Museum. May 18th is International Museum Day, and to honor it, we're holding a stamp rally. Blah, blah, blah. I just remembered what it is, so I actually don't need to read all this again. Oh, I was gonna say, we do respect this museum at least for not stealing artifacts, but I just remembered the art exhibit exists. We still don't know how Red gets all those real artworks available to sell, so I'll keep my mouth shut on that for now. Where are the stamps though? We just have to walk through the museum. Ooh, here's the first one right over here. Giant tree. It seems the bugs gather for tree sap at night. So true. So true. Maybe it was a bad idea to do it on this island because I don't really donate my bugs on this island. That's what Fallbrook's for. That's the island I actually properly play the game on. But, it's fine. Here's our other stamp thing right over here. The coconut corner. Oh my god. They dedicated a corner to me? That's so kind of them. Thank you, Blathers. This is why Blathers is the real one. Wow, I forgot I donated all these bugs over here. Wait, how come all the bugs are in Coconut Corner and they're not on the giant tree beefing? That's how much they love me. They always want to stay in Coconut Corner. Fuck yeah. Also, speaking of aesthetics, look at all the foliage they designed for the museum. And they couldn't give it to us. And like these trees, oh my god, how many times do I complain about it? These fucking trees, the trees in the museum, the variety, the amount of different ways they're shown off. Look at these giant ones over here. This big trunked tree. Oh my god, that plant right over there. That like green and white one. Also this purple one. Wow. Please. I know modders, you can mod the game and do that, but I'm a YouTuber, so if I do that, my channel will get taken down. That's why I don't mod. But damn. Where's the other one? The other stamp thing. What was it called? Will it show me? The butterfly garden. Oh, right. It's in the entire exhibit. It's not just in this one room. Right. I forgot there's more rooms in this exhibit too. Wow. So that's really weird that 2 of them were in this room. Have I donated all the butterflies to this museum? I don't think I have. Have I? I don't remember what this room looks like when it's fully finished. But here's the final one, the butterfly garden. Sitting on a bench at this fountain is about as classy as it gets. One thing about New Horizons, the museum, this is the best museum. I remember when they showed it off in the trailer, this was like one of the things that people were geeking out over. This was one of the things that people were excited about. The fact that the museum exhibits in this game were so pretty. Because, oh my god, I never realized though how ugly they were in older games, even in New Leaf. They literally used to just have like all the fish in one room. The fact that, like, I think the fossil department was like, no, I don't even remember. But like, the fish tanks in the older games, like in City Folk, I remember bug exhibit and the fish exhibit were all just like one giant room with like 2 big tanks full of all the fish. And in this game, we have so much variety, so much more shit to do. The fossil exhibit in City Folk, though, I did really like that one. I think this one is better in New Horizons, obviously, but like the fossil exhibit in City Folk, it deserves its flowers too. Again, maybe it's nostalgia, but I won't comment on that. Where is this final stamp thing? Oh, it's right over here. Okay, never mind. I have to remember that they actually tell you where they all are when you open up this menu. Although, to be fair, I don't know what Cenozoic means. Aquatic reptiles, I know what that means. Vertebrae, shout out to spines. Cenozoic, I guess that's what this area is called. What does Cenozoic mean? Like the Ice Age era? Because these are all like animals from like the Ice Age, right? The fish department. Oh god, it looks so plain and boring in here. Oh, it looks so much better on Fallbrook. Oh my god. But you know what? This is a chance for people to like, you know, feel nostalgic, because I'm sure many of you who are watching the video have a completed museum. You know, you have all the critters and everything. So it's probably been such a long time since you've seen this tank empty. So here it is for you right here. This is how it looked. Remember when you started your island and it looked like this, minus the Arapaima? Just saying. I hope, you know, maybe this will make you miss the older days of the game, and maybe you'll reset and actually try and, you know, experience the older days of the game once again. Because honestly, I kind of feel like doing that right now. Especially with summertime coming up. Like, honestly, even though this game is fun throughout the entire year, minus winter, I feel like Animal Crossing is a summer game. Like, it's a game that you play in the summer. It's also the most entertaining in the summer. The amount of bugs you're able to catch, the longer days, the shorter nights, everybody's free because, like, nobody's in school. Summertime is just much better in Animal Crossing. And I feel like because of that, like, I'm kind of in the mood to reset again. I don't know. I feel like it would be fun to, like, actually play on an established island during the summertime as well. But there's just something so fun about, like, the innocence of the island. Innocence isn't the right word. The emptiness. You know, the untouched areas of the island when you start a new island. I am down to reset Willow. I really am. I mean, like, yeah, all of my villagers are here. Wait, there's more than one in this room? I thought there was only one in this room. All my villagers, though, like, I think if I can get my hands on Pietro and Teddy's amiibo, I would be down. I would be down to reset. I feel like I've had Pietro long enough that, you know, I've done it. I've had him here. He's here. I finally saw him again. And I think it's time to move on. I could just get his amiibo and, you know, scan him back now that I found him. So, like, I also have Biscuit and Fang's amiibo, so I don't really care anymore. I guess that's what it is. I think that was the reason why I didn't want to reset Willow for the longest time, was because I had Pietro. I literally threatened that. You know, I threatened the Animal Crossing gods. I was like, if I don't find Pietro, I reset. And then I did found him. So that's why I kept this island. But I'm kind of down to reset again. I don't know. I kind of just feel like it would be fun to just play the early game again. And now here I am getting all the awards for what I did. Thank you, Blathers. I love you. Yes, I do. Yay, May 31st. Oh, right. May 31st exists. I thought today was the last day of May. Wait, how did I just completely forget May 31st? I feel like April Ludgate. Fun fact of the day, May 31st is an actual date. Thank God I didn't schedule any meetings. Brewster, hello. Welcome to the Roost. Thank you, King. I was complaining earlier about the lack of gameplay, and one thing I will never forgive Nintendo for is getting rid of the ability to work at the Roost. Why the fuck did they do that? Who thought that was okay? Who thought that was okay to get rid of working at the Roost? One of the best things that they brought to New Leaf. Why would you get rid of that? Like, I get you could argue, oh, it was just to make New Leaf a more unique experience. No, that should have been something that they would carry on into every game. That literally improved the entire gaming experience of going to the Roost. There was actually something to do aside from just getting a coffee every day. You were able to work for Brewster and achieve something, earn extra cash even though you didn't need it. You were the mayor and you also did turnip exchange, and like get items in a more fun way. And this one, what? You're just buying coffee every day to get the items? That's so boring. That's so boring. It was so much more fun in the older game. I want to scan an amiibo. Sorry for that harsh segue. Ignore my fan, by the way. It's summertime. Leave me alone. I'm sweaty. I'm fat as fuck. I'm sweating all the time. I have all my special amiibos right over here. I kind of want to just shuffle them and scan one in and see what happens, because I don't really do this because like I don't come into the Roost often anymore. So I'm shuffling them right now, and whoever is on the top card, I'm just going to scan them in. And you know what? Once again, we are not going to see who it is until they're scanned in. I'm going to pick this card right over here. Label. Okay, my girl Label. Label. She can come. Label is always allowed in my house any day of the week. The customer you contacted is bringing along company. Yes, the girls. The girls are here having a coffee together. Hello. Thanks for inviting me. Since I was invited, I brought my sisters along too. That's always welcome in my book, babe. Don't you worry. My sister insisted I come too. I hope that's all right. Obviously that's all right, Sable. You are my fucking girl. You are allowed here. Hello. I tagged along. Yes, you did, babes. Yes, you did. Yes. Look at Label meditating as she drinks her coffee. Oh my god. Yes. I love these three so much. We have Sonic. We have Knuckles. And we have Blaze. Blaze? She could be Blaze for now until I remember anybody else. Lobo, hello. I don't think I've talked to you since you moved in. Well now, Vis, been a while since we had us a chinwag. You've been avoiding me. Thought maybe it was something I'd done. I know I forgot my bath near about when we last... Is he British? I feel like this is how British people talk. I know I forgot my bath near about when we last spoke. Well, don't you worry. I'm on the straight and narrow now. I'm squeaky clean, even behind the ears. Glad I cleared that up for you. See you around. Is he British? Can I pretend he's British? Now that's oh my god. We have a nice little chit chat, and then he immediately starts making fun of me for my appearance. I've been feeling so stiff every morning when I get out of bed. Okay, Lobo, thank you for sharing that. Rugby. Oh, I do love watching rugby. Let me say that. When boys play rugby, boys who play rugby, I like to watch it. No kidding. And here I reckoned I might be the only local fanatic. We both sure are fanatics, maybe for different reasons, but we can watch. Give me a bucket of popcorn and a nice coffee, Oh, he is gay. I feel like I've only ever seen gay people drink iced coffee with popcorn. Oh, good to know Lobo's on the Rainbow Army too. Yes! I got in a fight over sharing snacks with Fang. Oh my god, my two besties have fought while I was gone? Babes, I'm gonna fix this right now for you. I will save snack time for you, Biscuit. Don't you worry. I cannot have Biscuit and Fang of all people fighting. Take this. I wonder what Biscuit got him. Biscuit sent me a gift. Didn't reckon we was on speaking terms with what everything and all. What is it? Well, I guess I might as well crack it open. Will you look at that? It's a bunny dress. He is sending him a message with that outfit. Ooh, Biscuit's making a statement here. And Fang is complying. Oh my god, and it's pink. It's nice. It's nice. I'm on Biscuit's side. I don't even know what the argument was. I'm on Biscuit's side. Biscuit is setting him up. Biscuit is setting up Fang with this outfit, and I respect it. That's my conniving little bestie. Honestly, Fang, go off. He is serving serious male wife energy with this dress in the frying pan. Oh my god, I need photos of him cooking right now. I need to let him cook immediately. Get back in the kitchen. Yes. Oh my god, yes. Yes, look at him looking at me as he flips that pond. Oh my god, from over here, it looks like he's doing something else. Well, this is my island. This is how it's been so far, and I have finally returned and played on the island once again. Ooh, I forgot this is how my entrance looked like. Wait, my entrance on this island looks so good. I wonder how long it's going to take for me to finish this island. Something tells me I'm not going to finish it until December 8th. I think December 8th is when I'm going to post the final video on this island. So stay tuned for that.